Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Paint Runner Pro. This is something that I saw while I was scrolling through Facebook, and I had just come off the heels of painting my cinder block in my basement with the traditional type of roller, and I immediately saw this and I thought it looked better for painting, especially cinder block where you have to really push and it mainly just gets on this side. It made more sense to me to use a roller that was where the handle was more evenly distributed rather than just being on the one side. So I went ahead and I fell for it. I ordered it. I think it was like $35. I don't know if that included shipping and handling. But right after I bought it, I kind of had, I don't know if you call it buyer's remorse, but I looked through some of the reviews and the comments that people had left, which I should have just done that in the first place. And people were complaining that it was cheap and didn't do a good job. So here it is. It just came in. I am going to try it with two different paints. I have two projects currently. This is in my garage. It's cinder block. As you can see, there's like some water. So the first paint I'm using is Bear, which is a really good paint. This is the low VOC. I noticed when I used it in the basement, it was a little runny. The other paint I'm going to be using is not the low VOC. It is Sherwin-Williams, and it is a little bit thicker. This is thin, but to really give this a fair and accurate review, I thought I'd use two different type of paints. So first thing, when I took it out of the box, I noticed it seemed like it was a little bit cheaply made. You know, like there's extra pieces of plastic. This is a little tray that it's kind of a why bother. But as you can see, they didn't do a real good job. This does not say quality to me per se, but actually if it works, I could care less. I can overlook that. But so that's the first thing I noticed. It doesn't look like it's super high quality. The directions, you can tell they're written, I'm a paralegal, so I was visually correcting all of the typographical mistakes. And it looks like it probably was printed by someone, no offense, but in a foreign country, because it is not exactly, I mean, it refers to DLY, and I think they mean DIY, but just little things like that. So it's not screaming high quality to me, but like I said, if it works, I can overlook that. So one thing I did like, they did, okay, so you get like the main roller, and there's a closed safety cap, and then there's an open end cap. I did not realize it does not come with a pole. Where did I put my pole? Okay, so the pieces that it comes with, this is the actual Runner Pro, is what they're calling it here. This is the main piece you would probably use. And you have to use your own stick or pole, and hopefully this one's to thread. Let's try it. So far, this does not want to thread on the paint stick that I have. Holy smokes. I would assume these sticks are all kind of universal. Oh, all right, well, it takes some doing, but okay, I think that's on there securely. So it comes with this piece. It comes with the, like I said, it's kind of a why bother. Thanks, I can just set it down on something, but okay, thank you. Then there's also the edger, which comes with a little handle that you'll attach, and it has its own separate cap. So this is apparently a piece and an attachment that you'll use when you want to do an edge, which is great because I hate taping. That's one of the pet peeves I have when I have to paint. It's like it takes forever just to prep. So if this works, I'll be very happy to have that edger. Then they also include this handy dandy little corner piece that you can use. It doesn't have like anything that you pour the paint into, but so they do give you that. And then actually I think this is nice. They give you, it looks like it holds a quart, but they give you this container so that you don't have to try to pour straight from, like, has that accuracy that could pour straight into that little hole. from the paint can. So they do give you this so you don't have to use one of your containers that you have. It's just specifically made for paint. So anyway, I'm just gonna, without further ado, I'm gonna get to it. This is, like I said, special paint that is made for cinder block. It is, I think, a little bit runnier than traditional kind of paint. But this is really well stirred, and I'm going to pour some in there and then transfer over to that. So let's hope I have good aim. Okay, that should be enough to get started. Okay, let's see if this is as easy as they made it look like on their little infomercial. I filled this up. It's about 3/4 way filled up. I don't want to go too crazy, being that I'm just figuring out what I'm doing. Okay, and then this should just snap right on. Let's hope it's secure, because it kind of doesn't really feel like it. And then they tell you to use some practice runs on a newspaper. Is this on all right? I feel like it should snap, but it really, I can't tell if that's on all the way. All right, so, you know, I live in the country, never a siren. And now that I'm trying to film this, of course there's an ambulance. Hope the people are okay. Why does that sound like it's closed? Okay, so the lid, I believe, is firmly on, and actually I can see that this paint is starting to seep through already. So I'm gonna do like the instructions and give it like a roll. I'm gonna give it a roll and hope that it starts to evenly come out. Oh, it looks like it might be. I can't tell. Okay, so it's going to evenly come out at some point. All right, today I'm doing jack squat so far. There, maybe it's starting to come through now. Maybe it looks so easy in the commercial. Okay, I think I can start using that on the wall. Maybe if I go this way. So far, it's not really easier on my arms. Like I hope, maybe if I hold it here. Maybe I won't even use this pull. Oh. If you've ever painted cinder block, you know you really have to use a lot. And you really have to push because all of those little nooks and crannies. Ugh. Okay, I think it's starting to come out. I think, I don't know if I want to lose this pole or what. Okay, The thing I hated with cinder block when I was doing the basement was I had to keep reloading my roller every couple, like you'd go 3 inches and you'd have to reload. So that is one thing so far I haven't, you know, you don't have to reload. Okay, it looks like it is starting to come out maybe a little better. Okay, I'm actually, now that I've got the hang of it, I think I'm gonna pour more in because this might work better when it's fully loaded. So I'm gonna give it a little more juice. Oh wow, it's already sucked through. It probably has about a quarter left in there. Okay, now we're full. Shoot, I am not a very neat painter. Okay. Okay, so I would definitely recommend filling it up all the way. It looks like as I'm using this, it is coming out a lot better. I just really wish, I'm not sure, like I wish if they weren't gonna provide a stick. This handle's almost getting in the way. I know it's not the right size, but I almost think I'm just gonna use it like that without. Okay, now some of the reviews were saying how the paint comes dripping out. I've not had that happen yet, and this is actually the runniest kind of paint that I've used. I don't know if I'm playing like Russian roulette by holding it that way, but so far it doesn't look like that lid has really budged. Thank God. And I'm gonna try to get close to that ledge. I don't want to have to use the edger because then I don't want to have to clean it. So far, I'm gonna have to say, for being kind of, the only thing I have to say is like cheaply made. I think they could have like maybe spent $2 making it instead of $1 and given a little bit better product, but so far it's doing what it says it was gonna do. I mean, here's the proof in the pudding. The roller itself is a pretty nice quality. I actually would think it's a better quality than what this was when it was new. It's like real foamy and real soft. And it does seem like this brush stays wet. It's just initially, that's why they tell you to do a test piece, because initially it is hard to come out, but now it is, like you can see the weight of it, it's just kind of seeping out. Oh. Okay. So it looks like you really got to keep moving, because maybe with time it will roll out. Or maybe what you should do is like keep switching it up. That's probably what you should do. Use it with this side up for a little bit. And then switch it. Okay, I'm gonna move on to other parts of this wall. Just fell off. Oh, scared me. That's just this piece. Thank God. So far, I have to say it doesn't suck. I didn't really expect much of it just because of how cheap it was and the reviews online, but as far as it like dripping out, I don't know what people are talking about. I probably would have made more of a mess by now with that traditional roller. I mean, knock on wood, let's hope the cap doesn't come flying off now that I said that, but I don't know what people are talking about. This is the runniest paint I've ever used, this low VOC. So, I mean, unless you're going to put stain in there, I don't know what people are talking about with it running out. At least it hasn't done that for me yet. Let's hope it doesn't. So far, you know, like I said, it's kind of cheaply made, but it's doing what it claimed it was going to do. So I'm just going to keep rolling. I can see that where this would be a time saver because when I was doing my basement, I would have already reloaded my... Oh, this keeps falling off and it's scaring me. I would have reloaded my brush about 10 times by now. Hi everyone, welcome back. As promised, today I'm going to use Sherwin-Williams paint. This is regular latex, unlike the VOC paint I used yesterday. This is a little bit thicker. This color is really beautiful. It's called Dragon Fruit. It's a hot pink. And being that it's in a pint, I'm actually going to see if I can pour this into the hole of this paintbrush. So rather than wasting it in that handy dandy container, and actually I think I'm doing an all right job. I would not try that with a gallon because I think it would have disastrous results. Okay, so actually this paintbrush took almost that full pint. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna reserve the rest of that. I think I'm probably gonna need to use a brush. Oh, look, it's already starting to come through. Okay, so I've put the cap on. I'm gonna reserve the rest of that. Hopefully I have enough. Okay, so let's give it a whirl. This is different because yesterday I was using it on the wall, and today it's a different paint and coming from a different angle. So let's see how it looks. Definitely easier on the arms doing it from this direction. Okay, but as I can see, I still have a drop cloth down, but it is, I think the directions said to do this for 2 minutes to get it to evenly flow. But there it is, it's coming out. All right. And it's coming out pretty evenly. But by now, with a regular ruler, I would have probably had to reload. And no, this was not planned. This was a coincidence that I had this pink shirt on. One other thing I'd like to say about this ruler is that I'm coming to the end of it's like the paint's not coming out anymore on the roller, but I did open it up and now I'm taking a smaller paintbrush and digging out the excess from the inside so that it doesn't go to waste. Now yesterday when I had the white paint, same thing. I used it all, dug out the rest of it. I actually think it's easier to clean than a traditional roller because you can actually use your sink sprayer and get down in there and spray the paint out from the inside. So cleanup actually is not that terrible. Okay, so in closing, I'm gonna have to rate this product probably about a B+. The only reason it doesn't get a full A is that it is a little cheaply made. There were a couple times as I was painting, this end cap fell off a couple times. So, and I'd like to see it maybe made a little bit better. But as far as like doing the job, I don't know, the other people in the reviews were talking about, I haven't had it drip once. I actually think that it's less messy than the normal conventional method. and it's definitely a time saver. So I'm gonna have to give this product a 2 thumbs up, and I would definitely rebuy it. It could be maybe a little less expensive, because I would replace the normal kind of brushes with these. So anyway, I actually really like it, so I would recommend it. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you will like and comment and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Until next time.